Hey, what's up, guys? Kool-Aid here, and yes, you're looking at a picture of me. I hope I'm everything you expected me to be. I know a lot of you wanted to put a face on the voice, and now you can finally do that. I'm going to be doing a bit of a slideshow for this video. There's not going to be any PlanetSide 2 information or footage in this video, of course. This is just to help you guys get to know me a little bit better and say thanks for all the subscriptions, all the views, all the comments, everything you guys have done to help my channel be successful. Like I said, I hit 10,000 subscribers. I think sometime last week. I've actually soared right past that, and that's awesome. I mean, I owe it all to you guys. I owe it to PlanetSide 2. I started this channel a couple of years ago doing just some random Battlefield footage here and there for a few months. And then a lot of people, I mean, I didn't have a lot of subscribers. I had maybe 200 subscribers. And they started encouraging me to start doing commentaries. And I'll admit I was absolutely terrible at it. You can actually go back through my YouTube videos, and I think I have my first commentaries still on there somewhere. You're gonna have to dig through about 300 something videos to find them. But I was absolutely terrible, and doing Battlefield videos, especially starting so far into the game, is really hard to break into that community as a YouTuber. You have to be really special, really excellent to do that. And at least at that point, I definitely was not. I wasn't that good at doing it. And I really didn't know what type of videos to do to be successful or what people wanted to see. I just did what I wanted. And my subscriber base grew very little. I think in the first 6 months that I started doing Battlefield, I maybe had 300 subscribers. That's it. That's not very much. I didn't even bother monetizing my videos or anything like that. So when PlanetSide 2 came along, which was a game that I was incredibly excited for, I started doing videos. I should have done videos in the beta, and I didn't. And I can't really remember why I didn't play the PlanetSide 2 beta. I think I was just more focused on still trying to put out Battlefield videos. And if you've been with my channel for a while, you'll know that I don't have a lot of time during the week, especially to focus on multiple games. But at the same time, I was actually thinking about just quitting YouTube videos. My Battlefield stuff wasn't picking up any new subscribers, it wasn't getting a lot of views. The reason I stuck with it is because I had probably 20 subscribers that would comment on all my videos, say they appreciated what I was doing, and that is what drove me to keep putting out the Battlefield videos. So once PlanetSide 2 actually launched, I probably doubled my subscriber count within the first week of the game, and then it just took off from there. Now I'm at the point where I'm at 10,000 subscribers. Every video I put out gets at least a couple thousand views, and I feel really good about it. And you guys leaving comments telling me that you like my videos, telling me that you want to see certain reviews on certain guns from me is what drives me to keep doing this. It has nothing to do with money. It really doesn't. I'm not supposed to talk about how much money I make, but I'll tell you guys it's not enough. It's not worth doing it. It's not worth the amount of time that I put in the videos. The sole reason I do these videos is to get your guys' appreciation, and that's what really makes most YouTubers, at least, or at least most YouTubers on my scale, that's what drives them to keep going. Now, it would be great at some point to be able to make a living off of YouTube. I don't ever see that happening in my future. You really, to do something like that, you have to play a bigger scale game. PlanetSide 2 is just not on the level as far as player base as something like Battlefield, where you have guys like Level Cap who can make a good living off of YouTube. You can't really do that with PlanetSide 2. So basically, I'm just trying to say thanks. And I know you guys want to know a little bit more about me, or I think you guys want to know a little bit more about me. My name is Kyle. I know a lot of people, South Park is going to pop in your head first thing, and that's fine. I actually have one of my best friends, whenever we go out, introduces me in a South Park voice. It doesn't bother me at all. But I am from Wisconsin. I grew up here. I did live in Florida. When I was 17, I actually moved to Florida for a year. And because my dad actually lives down in Florida, he's lived down there pretty much my whole life. So I lived down there for a year, moved back to Wisconsin when I was 18, and I've lived here ever since. I am 30 years old now, so I'm maybe a little bit older than some of you guys expected. I do live in a small town in Wisconsin, about 600 people. I've lived here for about 6 or 7 years. Basically, it's the general area where I actually grew up, and I live here with my girlfriend Tara, or you guys may know her a little bit better as Little Miss Kool-Aid. Unfortunately, she doesn't play PlanetSide 2 very often. She, like I said in the previous video, she rages out a little bit too much. She's pretty awful at the game, but she has a rage issue when it comes to gaming. But I also live here with her 4-year-old Emma, who you may remember from the Christmas video I posted where I gave her a lump of coal, and some of you didn't find that too funny. Some of you found it hilarious. I did feel kind of bad after I posted, or not after I posted it, but after I actually gave her the lump of coal. She was pretty upset for about 30 seconds until she started opening some other presents. And then I also have a 10-year-old daughter of my own who does not live with me except for summers and weekends. Basically, she lives about half hour away and goes to school there. So I see her pretty often, which is awesome. And if you remember, actually, a while back, I had some real life stuff that I had to take care of. That was actually so I could get her for full summers and stuff like that. I don't want to go too much into that, but that was the reason, part of the reason why I took a little bit of a break from the game. I also have a dog named Pete that lives with us as well. He's an American Bulldog. He is deaf. He is one of the coolest dogs I've ever met, and he's incredibly smart. I actually taught him how to sit, shake, lay down, and double high five in about 10 or 15 minutes. I really did. He's actually a really smart dog, a really good guard dog. If he sees anybody he doesn't know coming to the window, he barks like a maniac. He can't hear, but he knows. He knows somebody's coming. He has like a sixth sense or something like that. And then we also have the newest addition to the family, which is our cat Castle, named after I got to name him. That was part of the agreement to us getting a cat, is I got to name him, and I named him Castle after the Punisher, Frank Castle, which is I'll get to in a little bit. One of my bigger hobbies lately is reading comic books or graphic novels. But that's pretty much the family as far as which actually or who actually lives with me in this house. So to talk a little bit more about hobbies that I do outside of PlanetSide 2 and making YouTube videos, I mentioned that I read graphic novels. I just started getting into comic books and graphic novels maybe 6 months ago, and I probably have spent $500 on different graphic novels since then. I just really I hate reading books. I absolutely hate reading books. I love reading graphic novels. They're perfect for me because I don't have the reading comprehension and I can't stick with a book till the finish. So they're perfect for me as somebody who doesn't actually like to read. I get to look at more pictures than actually having to read. But if you're interested in any graphic novels, I would suggest reading Preacher. It's what I'm currently reading. I'm only on the second volume. It's already one of the best novels or graphic novels that I have ever read. In fact, it's so good. I mean, it's basically one of them critically acclaimed, one of the best graphic novels or series from the last probably 20 something years. And it's so good they're actually making it into a TV show that's going to be on AMC, similar to what they did with The Walking Dead. So I'm really looking forward to actually seeing it. One of my other big hobbies is shooting and guns. I don't have a lot of guns, well, depending on how you look at it. Some people, this is going to sound like a lot. Some people, it's not. Just to go over a quick list, I don't have pictures of every one, just what I have on my computer. My first gun was actually a shotgun, an 870 shotgun, which I eventually sold and bought a different 870 shotgun. I also have a Mossberg. You'll see a picture of that. That's kind of my pistol grip, stupid fun shooter type thing, home defense gun, I guess you could call it, even though that's not really a big worry of mine. And I also have my pride and joy as far as shotguns, which is my 1887 lever action 12 gauge. And if you ever seen Terminator 2, that's the gun that he's using. He's, flipping it around, reloading it. It's just awesome. And the reason I got mine is because I actually got it cheap because it had been refinished, which actually lowers the value of a gun like that. If you're to find one of them guns in working order that isn't been refinished and it is in somewhat good shape, they go for like $1,500, $2,000. I actually got mine for $500. I actually traded. It was funny. I went to a gun show, took my SKS, which I don't have anymore because of that gun. I took it there to see if I could sell it. And as I was walking out the door, nobody had wanted it. As I was walking out the door, somebody approached me and bought it from me for $400. I went right back in and bought the 1887 lever action, which is, again, like my favorite gun. And I have yet to shoot it. It actually takes kind of weird shotgun shells, and it is old. There's always a risk factor when shooting a gun like that. But I also have a Ruger GP100 357 mag. This is actually an awesome gun that my grandpa just gave me. It's like a $700 gun. Really fun gun to shoot. And the cool thing about the 357 mag and revolver is it also shoots 38 specials, which a little less recoil and a little cheaper to shoot. So if you're just going out planking, that option is there. And I also have a Glock 19, the 9mm compact version. I have in the picture, you'll see I have a laser and a 33 round magazine for that. Basically, every time you finish that mag, you've spent about $10, which isn't a lot because 9mm ammo is relatively cheap. I also have a Ruger 1022, which is probably the funnest gun in the world to shoot. It's just a semi-automatic 22 rifle. I have the 25 round mags for it. We go through a ton of ammo. That's the one that Tara likes to shoot the most because she is a complete wimp when it comes to recoil. She was all pumped to shoot one of my 12 gauge shotguns, and she fired the gun one time and said she did not want to shoot it anymore. It was pretty disappointing. But aside from that, I have a Mosin Nagant, which is an old World War II era Soviet rifle. You can pick them up anywhere for $100, which is actually an awesome deal. If you want to go any type of deer hunting or any type of hunting like that, it's a really good cheap option. It fires a high caliber round similar to a 30-06 or 30-30, somewhere in between there, or in that category at least. But you can pick up the rounds for about a quarter a piece, whereas if you were to shoot a 30-06, you're looking at about $1 a round. So it's an awesome rifle, and I actually completely refinished mine as like a little side project. And normally I wouldn't want to do that with an old rifle, but these Most Nagants are just everywhere. There's literally millions of them across the United States, so it's not really a big deal refinishing it or anything like that. And then my newest gun, which I just ordered today, or I actually one of my grandpa's friends ordered it for me, so it should be coming soon, is an AK-47. It's just a cheaper AK-47. It is an underfolder, which I wanted, which means it has a fold in stock. Basically, I've been wanting this gun for a very long time. I just haven't had the money to be able to pick it up. And finally, since I got my tax returns, paid off all the other stuff I needed to, I had a little bit left over, and I decided to finally pick this AK up. And I cannot wait to shoot this thing. I have a lot of spare ammo left from when I had my SKS, so I'm just excited. I'm excited to shoot this gun. Other than that, guys, I really don't know what else to talk about. If you have any other questions for me, about me, whatever, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. And I think most of you guys just wanted to see what I look like, put a face on the voice that you hear, and confirm whether or not I am a hideous beast. So now you can rightfully confirm that. But anyways, guys, that is all I have. Of course, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later.